Hello, welcome back to Janet and Patches, and today we're going to be talking about the one power that controls the world. Yeah, really. It's called fear. And I think Winston Churchill put it very, very well. I think it was him, that there's nothing to fear but fear itself. Fear does not exist except in our imaginations. Fear does not exist except in the things that we were taught to believe, to don't do. Oh, this is the good one. Make sure you wear clean underwear in case you're in an accident. I know, isn't that terrible? But really, think about it. The one thing that controls the world, that controls you, is fear. Fear does not exist except in our acceptance of it, unless we give power to it. I mean, think about it. If you were brought up this way, you are fearful if you lose your job. You are fearful if you look at your bank account. You are fearful at the doctor's report. You are fearful, at stepping out in faith. Well, what if I don't have enough faith? Well, what if that happens? You are fearful and on a healthy relationship. Everything that you don't have but you want is controlled by this one thing called fear. Fear is an energy that has created this power, but it's mental. You have agreed to this report is negative from the doctor, and now I'm fearful, they know, but what's going to happen and things. But it doesn't exist unless you give it power. You get fearful when you're paying bills because there is this fear of lack. So how and what do we do to get rid of fear? Number one, recognize it. When that feeling comes up, that fear of rejection, that fear of not being a part of a group, being rejection, being left out, okay? Just whatever is causing this discomfort, whatever is causing this fear, stop. Take a couple of deep breaths and ask yourself, where is that coming from? Why is there fear? Why? What has in your past contributed through an experience or through something that somebody said, a threat or whatever? What is causing that fear? That is what you first have to find out. What is causing that fear? And then once you recognize it, you realize it does not exist except in our pre-programmed mind. We are fearful of political groups. We're fearful of religious groups. We're fearful of blah, 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 whatever it is. Why? Because somehow or another, they have gotten a foothold into your beliefs that they are more powerful than you. They are only powerful because you have given them that ability. You have given them that power to be that. When God, universe, source, has given you all power and authority. So why are you giving control over your emotions and your thinking to something or somebody that has no ability to unless you give it to them. So stop and think, what is causing this? And then, recognize it. Don't resist it. That's the big thing. Never resist these feelings of anger, frustration, fear, jealousy, anxiety. Never resist it, but recognize it because it is an energy. And you know what? We recognize that and we talk to it. We say, I recognize you, fear. I recognize you. You show me what I'm not. Why are we saying that? Because who am I? Who are you? That's why your self-identity is so important. Who am I? Get that one straight. Who am I? I am the manifest presence of God. I am the manifest presence of God experiencing life. And so, what are you doing? You're the manifest presence of God, and you're letting this imagination, this imaginal thing, control you out of fear. The only reason why that fear has any control over you because you don't know who you are. I am. Man, just sit down and meditate on just I am. Just focus on that. I am. Whoa. And let that build up. Let that build up. Know who you are. I am the manifest presence of God, source, universe on the earth. And I recognize this fear. I recognize you. You show me what I am not. I am not fear. I am not fear driven. I am love driven. I am gracious. I am grateful. I am that I am love. You're all this goodness, abundance, opulence. I am, unforgiveness. I am forgiveness. I forgive and forget because you have this clean slate going all the time. That's why I love Ho'oponopono. I love you. Please forgive me. I'm sorry. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. Pure and holy. This is who you are. This self-identity. So you recognize that fear. Fear of not being able to pay the bills. Fear of whatever it is. You recognize it. You gotta take authority over that. And you recognize it. That's not me. You gotta know who you are. And you release it. And transmute it into pure light. And sometimes you gotta do it over again and again because that has been a mental habit and the emotions have gotten into it. This is gerbil wheel from this negative Nancy swamp you've been living in. So recognize that it's taken root in your system. And so it'll take sometimes, several times of releasing that to get all those tendrils out of the subconscious and to reprogram this mind. But my goodness, what are you going to do if you are not willing to take responsibility for your life and to recognize what these issues, what is causing you to be enslaved by this fear? Government's a big one. The news is a wonderful one to get just fear all over your place, and just fear, it's out there. Don't partake of it. So at that, I hope that has opened up your eyes, your understanding. There is nothing to fear but fear itself. It has been used as the magical power that has enslaved the world in so many different ways. I mean, look at China. What it's fear motivated. I mean, they might have some really neat stuff and all like that, But everything, if you don't follow this, it's fear. They have such control over their people now with technology and everything like that. Look at some of these religious groups. Look at a lot of these anarchy and stuff like that. They are fear-driven and motivated. Get out of there. Don't participate in it. Ignore them. And if anything else, send blessings their way, because they are fearful their own lives. They don't know who they are. And they are listening to a bunch of lies. They don't love themselves. Let's put it that way. They don't know what love is. Their life is built on anger, you know. Oh, come on. Shh. Let's not have any part of that. You know, ask you to just bless them and ask to send peace and that wisdom, and that the eyes of their understanding be open. Don't be a part of that anxiety, that fear, and that anger, and that unforgiveness. Don't be a part of that. That's this old stuff here. That's you letting government and your job and what you were brought up on, you know, you're letting that dictate who you are, instead of you coming to a place where you say, this is who I am. I am unconditionally loved. Therefore, everything has already been provided for me. That's what love does. Love. And so we have this wonderful thing of gratitude. Love and gratitude are just like two peas in a pod. And the other peas in the pod are, I love you, please forgive me, I'm sorry. So where's the fear? There is no fear. Why? Because perfect love casts out fear. If you have this love for yourself and you know how much this benevolence that you are the manifest presence of God, of benevolence, of love. There's nothing can control it. There's nothing can permeate that. You are absolutely loved and adored. And you know what? God has already taken care. Do you have faith in love? Do you have faith in God? Or are you fearful of the God? You know, here's the thing. Why? Find out the root of that fear. Find out what it is, and then get rid of it. Acknowledge it, and then just start getting rid of it. And it will lose more and more of its stronghold on you. And you will be able to live a so much happier life. I know a lot of it is, you know, fear of rejection from your SP. Why? Because you don't know who you are. You don't know how precious and worthy you are. So, you know, acknowledge that rejection, that fear of rejection and everything. Don't go chasing. And that's fear driven. All right? And no, you are the manifest presence of God, of benevolence. And so you got to love yourself. Learn who you are. All right? So you got homework to do. You always do. We do. Believe me, every day I sit down and I go over, I meditate and I go over in my mind who I am. I am. And then I make my list of this is who I am. And until tomorrow, do your homework. And I'm so proud of you. Mwah! I love you. I bless you. And remember, there is nothing to fear but fear itself. Get rid of it. Bye-bye.